And we are live.
Back again, Eon.
Let me make sure it's live on YouTube. Let me make sure it's live on YouTube. I'm double checking something. And it is! Yay!
Live, yes. You know, because Instagram was being a little jank.
Right.
My experience with Instagram this past week and a half has not been the best. So, whoo, child. But we here. And we ain't going
nowhere.
Hopefully.
No, it'll be okay. No, it's perfect. It's perfect now. I can see you like in real time. There's no glitching.
Okay, yes. Ooh, good. Thank God for StreamYard.
Oh, thank God for StreamYard. The Lord would give you a ram of the bush if you just believe him. If you just believe him. You see, I didn't even break a swear. I didn't even say nothing. I just said we're going to close this out and we're going to go to the next thing.
Come on, church. Come on now. Give us the word. Come on.
So even though I am gonna upload what we just did just so people can watch it, I do want to take a step back and just so you can get recentered and refocused. Everyone send Angelea positivity, send her hugs, kisses. Let her know she's doing an amazing job. She looks amazing. God's got her. I'm here with her. Y'all got her. It's gonna be fabulous and amazing. Okay.
Thank you. You know what? Because when our Instagram was glitching, I was like kind of, like losing my track of thought and my train of thought focus. Because I'm like, wait, can y'all hear what I'm saying? Can y'all hear what I'm saying? Like I kept stopping. So I'm just like, oh gosh, like I feel like what I'm saying isn't making sense.
No, I got you. So let's go back one. So the first question I asked you was, what made you audition for America's Next Top Model? Because, of course, we're talking about Cycle 14, where we saw you as a full-time contestant, but you auditioned and appeared on Cycle 12 first. Yes.
Cycle 12 was the first cycle I appeared on. I was not only the one, but the two and the three. Oh, hello, your girl. 3 cycles. Come on now. The first cycle I did audition. Well, I auditioned for previous cycles. I was stalking Tyra and them. I was going to castings out in Knoxville. Never been to Knoxville, Tennessee. Shout out Tennessee. And doing the paper application. At the time, they had the paper applications and stuff. And they was just like a no, blah, 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 whatever. So then I ended up getting pregnant with my daughter. And then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna be a mom, young mom, cute, blah, blah, blah. And she ended up passing away. So I was just like, you know what? Okay, let me give this top model thing one more try. Let me not let, her passing be in vain, because maybe there's something else there. And as much as I love my daughter and I wish she was here, it's just kind of like maybe it just wasn't the right time. Like there was something else for me. So I auditioned for Cycle 12 and I actually wasn't going to go. But someone that I was dealing with at the time was like, come on, you might as just, go ahead. Like you might as well, you doing nothing else. So I was like, yeah, you're right. So when I went to the casting, it was in a suburb of Buffalo called Orchard Park. And I was just like, just so natural, like with my tape, was just like, I was stalking the casting director and I went to Knoxville and, I'll do anything to be on this show, And then I was like, they ain't gonna call me. Let me just go home. Okay, I'm gonna go back to work at the bank. The bank.
The bank.
So, the bank, yes, okay. Because I didn't know how to conduct myself. I worked at a bank.
So at a bank, bitch.
That part. So what was funny was I was actually coming home from work at the bank and I was going to deliver a package to UPS. And my sister called and was like, "And you gotta come home right now. You gotta come home right now." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because someone from Top Model just called." I said, "What?" I was like, "Skirt." Turned around, was like, man, forget that UPS package. That's gonna have to wait. Let me see what these people talking about. So when I called back, they were like, we loved your audition tape. We want to know if you could come out to the city, New York City, since it's the closest auditioning to you where the casting director will be in audition. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. Where I'm going to stay, what I'm going to do. But whatever, I'll just figure it out. Whatever. Like, I have to. Like, I'm on the casting director's radar. Like, she knows who I am. So if she knows who I am, I got a good shot at being on the show. So I ended up taking the Greyhound because I was a broke one. Ended up taking the Greyhound to the Port Authority, and I stayed there throughout my audition process. I mean, I wasn't there like 20. I mean, I explored the city and stuff because I had never been there before. But yeah, that was like my resting place when I was there auditioning. So that was definitely unforgettable. And I don't know. I can't honestly, I can't believe that I did that. I think that just speaks to how hungry I was and how much I wanted to be on the show. So it was definitely an experience, one that I'm grateful for. Let me say that.
What was your motivation that gave you the power and the strength to make that type of decision in staying at the Port Authority so that you could audition for Top Model?
You know what? I felt like I had nothing to lose. Like I felt like, my daughter just passed away, and it's just like, maybe this is just the opportunity that I needed to just, get out of Buffalo and to just, and I feel like the other thing about when I went on cycle 12, and when you see in the ending, in the casting one where Sandra bumped me, and I'm just crying like, I don't want to go back to Buffalo. I don't want to go back to miserable. People in my hometown really took offense to that. And I wasn't trying to say Buffalo's a bad place, because Buffalo's not a bad place. Like, I'm always going to love where I'm from. I'm always 716. What you said, Miss Buffalo, you owe me. So come on, like, yes. That's Buffalo made me who I am. I was just speaking from experiences that I had been through. So it was like me saying, I don't want to go back to miserable. I don't want to go back to that relationship that I just got out of. I don't want to go back to that hurt of now I have to think about, my daughter, she's gone. So now I have to think about that. It's just a lot of drama, a lot of unnecessary drama going on. And that's what I meant. So I just think a lot of people they misconstrued. They thought that I was just trying to diss Buffalo, and I would never diss Buffalo. Like, Buffalo's where I'm from. Like, I'm here now. So,
I mean, I think in a lot of our lives, you come to a place of certain experiences that bring trauma and pain, and it's like, how can I move forward from this? And you end up just using that to channel you and fuel you. That's definitely what I'm doing right now. And breaking up with my partner, nowhere near what you've gone through, but still traumatic. And I'm using that to, keep going, to keep trying, to keep striving, because it's like, I don't even want to be a part of that. So I totally understand that you basically just wanted a change in your life. You wanted something different.
Yes. And then, what it is that, so, I grew up in, on the east side of Buffalo, urban, ghetto, whatever you want to call it. And so for me, being tall and thin, and in our community, in that community, people, they look down on that. It's like, it's all about like curves, and even today it still is. But like, I was just so insecure because I was so tall and I was so skinny, and I looked so different from, all my friends, who are shorter and curvier. And, these are what the boys like. The boys don't like me. And like for Tyra, I know that was her experience too, when her living in Inglewood. And, and I feel like I connected to her with that because she was also tall and she was also skinny, and, the boys didn't like her. And she mentioned it and she said it. So I felt like, okay, a kindred spirit, like, yes, my girl, she knows what I'm going through. The boys don't like us because we so tall and lanky. But okay, if I can become a model and there in that industry, someone who looks like me is loved. Someone who looks like me is appreciated. And I just wanted to feel loved and appreciated. And I felt like, God gave me all this, and it must be for a purpose. It must be for me to use it. So that was another thing for me, like, kind of like, well, let me show all those people that teased me and talked about me and made fun of me, because of the way I looked and stuff like that. So
beautiful. Yes. So you go through the audition process and you get the news that you are moving forward in the auditioning process, which means you guys went to Vegas 12, right? You guys auditioned in Vegas, right?
We went to Vegas, and oh my goodness, we stayed at the Caesar's Palace, and it was so gaudy and so rich, and it was just everything you could imagine. Okay, like I never took a plane before, right? So like as much bad stuff that that is out there about top model, and I've contributed to that. I also have to say that there was good stuff too, and this is something good. Like I hadn't traveled on a plane before, I hadn't been outside of Buffalo. I've been to Knoxville via bus, and New York via bus. So that was another experience for me. And actually, when I was on the plane, someone had a heart attack, and we had to land in Omaha, Nebraska. I remember this. They came on the PA, and they were like, "Oh, we have to divert the plane," but they didn't say anything. And then, obviously the EMTs and paramedics come on board, and they were like, "Someone had a heart attack." So I'm on the phone calling the rep, like, "We're in Omaha right now. Someone had a heart attack. Please don't use this against me."
Right.
Like, it's not my fault. I will be there. So I was late, for the initial process. And I walked in, and, all the girls were there and filling out paperwork and filling out the psych evals. And then I walk in, and I'm like, "Hey, y'all, I'm sorry." So someone was close to death on the plane. So
right. Just give me a little second. Give me a little second.
Okay, okay, I'm here. So
they didn't, but they didn't give you a hard time, did they?
No. They understood. It was out of my hands. I can't drive the plane. You know what I'm saying? I can't drive the plane. Drive the boat? No, I cannot.
That is a good show. Angelea drives a plane.
Drives a plane.
Drives,
okay.
Not flies. Drives
okay,
the plane.
Drives the plane. You're gonna get flew out. Okay.
So you walk in, you see the cameras, you see the producers, you see the girls, you see all the hustle and bustle, knowing what you just had to do to get there. What was going through your body? What was going through your mind? What were you feeling and thinking?
Oh, excited, overwhelmed, of course, nervous. And so this is like something that's life-changing, that this is going to change my life. Like, this is, if I'm making it to the house, this will change my life, and I won't have to go back to miserable, and then I'll have like a fresh start, and I'll be able to, just model and act and just sing and do all these things that I've always wanted to do. I felt like that the show would be the outlet for me to do that. So I was excited. I was happy. I mean, who wouldn't be happy? What? All thousands of girls that auditioned for that show, and for me to get picked, like, what? That was amazing. It really is, like, amazing.
So you walk into the audition room and you see Tyra and the Jays. What were you thinking? How did you feel? Of course we saw it, but take us back to that moment.
I was so nervous. I didn't even say anything. So, okay, let me tell you from what I remember. So, I'm like boisterous and vivacious, but child, it was Tyra. So I was mute like a mouse. Okay. When I went in there, like I was so quiet and just like, no, you know what? I'm lying. That was for cycle. No. Okay. Because was that for cycle 14? That was for cycle 14, but yes, for cycle
12.
Yes. Okay. For 12. Yes. I did not know what to say to her. Like, I think she expected me to like be like all up like 716 in your face. And I was not. I was like, "Hi, Tyra. Hey." And I don't know if she like thought that, wow, this girl can't be the girl I saw in the video, because the girl I saw in the audition tape was in your face and was, had such personality. And this girl in front of me is a wallflower. And it's like, for me, I'm like, this Tyra Banks. Like, this is the first time I'm meeting you. Like, girl, what? Like, I feel like I can't be myself around you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if she felt like maybe I was trying to be someone I wasn't or something like that. But like that's the vibe I had got from her. And I'm like, no, girl, this is me. Like, but you are you. So I can't be me right now because you are you. Like, what? So it was, I wish I could have had a do-over. I definitely wish I could have had a do-over. Because when I walked back, I was like, when I walked to the back, I was like, yeah, I messed that up.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, I messed that up. I didn't say anything. I was just quiet and just like, oh my God. Cause I was just nervous. I was nervous to see her. I was nervous to see the Jays, but just really just nervous to see her. So I don't know how to act, girl. You
right. No, I get it. So one predominant question that kept popping up about Cycle 12, and I'm sure you already know, you've already touched on it. Well, yes, you and Miss Sandra. So when I rewatched it, it looked like Sandra just kind of looked at you and was like, why are you rolling your eyes? And then it just popped off from there. But of course, we know there's a potential that things were chopped, whatever. Talk to us about you and Sandra during this audition week and why y'all had that big blow up at that photo shoot.
Child, okay, so Sandra, so before that we were like in the mix, like mingling and stuff like that, and like I kind of felt like, I don't think they showed this, but I just felt like that some of her confidence came off as arrogance, and it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But also, I think I was just a little weirded out by the cameras, and that was a little overwhelming. But we were like in the little mixer, and I think that's how it started. Like she was talking not directly to me, but to somebody else, and I just was like, girl, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And then it just kind of carried over. We were like supposed to be goddesses of the ancient Greek goddesses, and mine was supposed to be the goddess of love. And oh no, I was the goddess of war that day because well, they know they played me giving me the goddess of love.
You was ready to kill her.
Okay, when I was cutting up, like you with your horns on your toes and blah blah blah.
Doing the girl thing. Look, girl thing.
Girl, it was crazy. Like Tiana and Amina were, everybody was there, but Tiana and Amina were like, what is going on? Like they had to like grab me, like, no, like girl, like let's just focus, like no, just focus on the competition. And so that was so crazy because I didn't want it to get out of hand. I mean, even like people that were on set were looking back like what? Y'all is so loud right now. Y'all is so loud in ghetto. What is going on?
Where was David? Where was David?
I don't know. You know what? I don't know where DSJ was. I do not know. I'm sure he was somewhere around, probably eating the popcorn. Like, yeah, girl, he was good.
Like he always does when the girls get into squabbles.
Y'all giving us what we need right now. Come on, keep at it.
Do you think your argument with Sandra is what stopped you from getting into the house Cycle 12?
Yes, absolutely. And I say that because there's also with the I don't know if she's a psychologist or psychiatrist, but the woman that they use who gives the psych evaluations. Okay, so apparently I didn't do so good on my first psych evaluation, and there was like some anger or something that they said there was some anger issues going on. So they were kind of worried about letting me into the house because they thought that I would hit somebody. And child, my bark is bigger than my bite. Okay, like I am really a sweetheart. I could talk though. So my mouth is real slick. So I don't think they understood that. So when that happened, I think that they thought, okay, this is a real big blow up. If they both make it into this house, something could possibly happen. So we don't want to take that chance, because then it'll be a liability. But I just know me, like I know I'm not about to hit nobody. Like, and I don't know, TV ain't gonna make. Okay, I mean, I'm made myself look a little crazy on TV, but I ain't good. I ain't gonna make myself look good and crazy. I ain't gonna hit nobody. Like it ain't that serious. So I think the doctor went in somebody's ear and told them, that blow up, I don't blah blah blah, whatever she said, and they were like, no, we can't. Yeah. So I think the doctor had everything to do with it.
Cookie, stop.
Come on, Cookie.
Girl, she's so aggravating. She's so aggravating right now. She's aggravating. So, is this the same doctor who did your psych eval when you went back for 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that. So, what was going on in your head when Sandra bumped you for the second time?
Child. Okay.
Do you think it was on purpose?
Yeah, it was on purpose. Absolutely. She knew what she was doing. And you know what? So let me tell you, whoever did the positioning, they knew something could possibly happen because I was originally not standing there. Like I wanted to not stand there just in case something happened, just in case there was some funny stuff. So then you got it's just a bunch of people behind the scenes. Okay, move, for camera, move. Okay, Angelea, move to the right. Okay, Tiana to the left. Talia, move down. Those two switch spots. And it just so happened that I was here and Sandra was, at the top, diagonal, to where she walks by me, that there could be some touching going on. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm just like, oh boy. Okay. Well, I hope she doesn't make it into the house because I don't know how this is going to look on TV. And then when they called her, Tyra called her last, I believe.
Mm-hmm, she was last.
Called her last. And oh, Lord Jesus, she bumped me. And it was just, and the camera just zoomed in to make sure everybody saw it. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just so sad, crying. And I think that production thought, oh my God, Angelea's going to go after her. Angelea's going to go after her. And I didn't. And I think once they saw that they were like, okay, maybe we could, maybe this doctor wasn't right. Maybe we could have just let her into the house, because that would have made a lot of people go for the hair and, girl, what
she was bald. She ain't had no hair. Go for her shoulder.
Go for the head.
Yeah, for the ear.
Go for the shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Go for something. So, and I didn't. I was just like in disbelief a little, and just like, oh my God, no, like, dang, why I had that argument with her? Oh my God, girl, you so stupid, So, but Tyra ended up hugging me after that and was like, what did she say? She was like, this isn't the end. You can come, just, we want you. I think she said she might have wanted me to talk to the casting director or something after. I'm not sure. But then later that night, one of the PAs came and got me, and I went to the casting director's room. And she was like, we wanted to let you in the house, but it's just your psych evaluation. And, we just feel like that you need to better manage your anger, and that you can maybe take like an anger management class, or, do something to where your anger is under control. But me, I'm like, I feel like I don't have no anger management problems. I just feel like it was just the way I was speaking. It's just like, I'm passionate. So, some people don't understand it. People where I'm from, they understand it. They get it, like, she's just passionate. This is just how she talks. Like, but, a lot of people don't understand it. So, they can misconstrue that as anger. So, and I think that's what happened. And they were like, just go and do, look up anger management courses and classes in Buffalo. And that's what I did. And I got my little certificate. I still have. Yes, it's still somewhere laying around here that said I completed the course, and then I submitted that. And in the meantime, I was still keeping in touch with the casting director. She wanted to know how I was doing, and, just to let her know everything that was going on with me, just to keep in touch from time to time. And she's like, I can't make any guarantees, but if you pass the anger management course, and come back and audition, and we'll see about getting you back on. And then the short cycle happened, and I was like, you know what? I said, how long are y'all making me wait? I mean, really, Tyra, really? Come on. And what's crazy is when Tyra had her show, so they flew me out, and this was for cycle 12. And so they flew me out, and Bree happened to be working on the show at the time. I didn't connect with Brie at the time, but because I was so nervous, because I remember Brie from her cycle, and I'm just like, man, she's so beautiful. You know, she was getting her hair done, and you know, she was just so lively and talking. And then I was getting my hair done by, you know, the makeup artists and the hair people and stuff. And so I just thought I was just the bee's knees. I said, Tyra don't got none of the other girls from Cycle 12 on here. She got a girl that didn't make it into the house coming on her show. So, yeah, take that.
Yes.
And then when it aired, that's when she said they were doing the short cycle. And I was just like, girl, boo.
Right.
Like what? Like, come on. Why are you playing with me? Like, why?
So between cycle 12 and 14, you were doing your anger management. Were you pursuing any modeling?
No, because I was still in Buffalo, and I was just kind of waiting for even though the casting director said, you know, there's no guarantee you'll be on cycle 14. I kind of was like, girl, y'all love me. Okay, I'm gonna be on that show. So I was just kind of biding my time and just waiting until they returned back to the regular cycle and got rid of, you know, the short cycle. Because I was like, what? Us tall girls get discriminated against a lot. This right. This was our thing. And now y'all want to have a short cycle? What?
We love the short cycle, though. We love the short cycle.
I mean, I didn't watch it, obviously, because I was in my family. I was waiting to come back. Cycle 13 was supposed to be the cycle I was on, and it turned out to be the short cycle. So, you know, I was like,
So you did audition for cycle 14, like you did the paperwork and all that, and I'm pretty sure they recognized you, like they recognized your name and all that other stuff.
Yep.
So walk us through. So did you have to still go to like a casting location and meet with like the people there?
Oh yeah. So cycle 14. Okay. So cycle 14.
Wait, hold on. Before you go to cycle 14, let me ask you this: have you and Sandra made up since then? Have y'all talked?
No, you know what? I wish her the best. And I think, honestly, I think she is so beautiful. Just a beautiful chocolate Godiva goddess. I do. I have no animosity towards her or towards anyone. And I wish her the best. I don't know what she is doing right now, but I hope she is healthy and safe and thriving.
Do you talk to any of the cycle 12 girls?
Me and Tiana, we do DM each other on the gram from time to time. I love Tiana. And then me and Fo just reconnected. Yes, and I just seen Fo was in Playboy, and I was like, oh girl, you better work it.
Titties.
Yeah. Okay, I mean,
in my Bernie Mac voice, titties.
Not Bernie Mac. Come on, Bernie. Come on, Bernie. And you know what? And I follow Amina on Instagram. So yeah, shout out to them. Yeah, and you know, another person that I really thought was cool from Cycle 12 was Natalie. And I heard about Natalie's blow up child, okay, when she went home. I heard about it because I believe Tiana told me about it like a while ago. Like this was like right after, you know, like after they had finished filming and stuff like that. So I was already privy to that information. But I liked Natalie. I thought she was cool. She was cool to me. So,
So Cycle 14, 716 is back in the house, clacking about. You go through the audition process and then you get flown out again. Tell me, what was your mindset now getting another opportunity to do it again? Like, what changed about you and your approach to the whole competition?
To be quiet. I was so quiet. I felt like maybe I gave too much Cycle 12.
Okay.
And that scared people, and that people misunderstood me. So I was just really quiet and just like, okay, don't be yourself. Don't go in there. Don't be too rah-rah. Don't be too extra. Just be cool and just kind of fly under the radar and hopefully you'll make it into the house. So that whole process, I really didn't say much. I really did not. And because I was just so scared, like I was just scared that, like, you know, the doctor would tell production, well, she still has anger issues or, whatever. But when I actually went to go meet, we all have to meet with the doctor, individually, so she can assess us and tell us what she found. And so she's like, I see you've changed. I see you changed so much. Girl, bye. I just knew what to put. I just knew hey girl.
Hustle.
Okay. I'm like, girl, what? Like, so you just don't get me. But trust me, like, there was never an anger thing. But okay, like, I was like, okay, so I said this last time. Let me say this.
Hustle.
Yeah, like, I'm like, she ain't about to ruin my chance again. That's what I know.
So in my chats, a lot of people critique the psych eval process, the credibility of it, and whether or not there is some type of outside manipulation going on. What is your opinion of the whole psych eval process?
You know what? I don't really have an opinion about it. I just feel like that in my case, that I feel like the same person I was on cycle 12 minus how I was on cycle 14 in the casting process. I feel like that was pretty much true to who I was. So for the doctor to say that I improved so much, it's just like, I mean, I'm still the same person. Like, you said that I had like these anger issues, and I mean, I don't. It's just the way I articulate things. So I mean, I don't. I don't know what to say about it because I just not a fan. Not a fan of the psych eval. No,
not a fan. And that's because you feel like it's not credible, it's not reliable.
Yeah, I just felt like, I feel like that, like, it for me, it wasn't credible because it's like, okay, this one, like you said, the second time I hustled, the answers were different because I knew if I put the same answers as the first one, they would still say, oh, you still have anger problems, you're not fixed, or blah blah blah. So I mean, I don't know what to say about it.
No, that's good. That's good to know. So, of course, this is your second time seeing Tyra and the Jays. What do you remember from seeing them again and their reactions to you that was different from the first time they saw you?
Okay, so I know because I watched the first episode to kind of recollect my thoughts. So I think I was more of myself. Obviously, I wasn't quiet. I wasn't like on the wall cycle 12, and I think they saw that. And Mr. J was like, oh, I see. I see she's changed. But I mean, how could you say that I've changed? Like, you're basically going on hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I mean, I feel like I don't know how to feel about that because it's just, it happened so long ago, and it's reality TV. And when the cameras are on, especially for someone who's not used to being in front of them, I don't think you always do show your true self because you're weirded out at first. So it's like, how much of my true self can I really show you without without you thinking like, is this who I am? Or you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But I do remember saying Givenchy wrong. Child, I said, okay, I'm gonna impress them with my fashion knowledge.
I'm gonna whip this out on them one time.
Okay, I'm gonna whip this out and show them, like, yes, your girl know about Escada and Balenciaga and what Givenchy. Tyra was like, girl, what?
Girl, what is you saying?
You mean Givenchy? Ooh. Yeah, Givenchy, but I know how to say that mofo now, okay? Givenchy. So it's French, doll. It's French.
Yes, ma'am. She's Miss French. I wear the they have a fragrance called ooh, I'm about to fuck it up, but it's Launder Tea. It's the Audrey Hepburn fragrance. Girl, it smells so good.
That was it. You know what? They got a fragrance that I saw called Dahlia that everyone says smells so good, and I want to try it. I want to try it so bad. Dahlia, yeah.
Somebody down in the chat, y'all send Angelea some Dahlia.
Send me some Dahlia,
girl.
They got it at Sephora.
Girl, it's almost 1,000 people watching.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
I just looked down and saw it.
Hi everyone. We went from 400 to 1,000 just that quick. Zero
Thank
to
y'all so much for coming in and watching this and supporting us and supporting Angelea as we dive into cycle 14 of America's Next Top Model. And stay tuned because we will discuss a little bit of cycle 17 to tease you guys for our next chat we're going to do about that cycle.
I know that's why half of y'all came here, okay? So, but cycle 14 got tea too. It's good tea. It's positive. So, you know, we save the TT when my book come out.
And I will tell y'all, I've gotten just a little bit of it, and I'm like,
honey, this journalism degree is not going to waste, okay?
I know that's right. You better come back and get all the things the devil stole. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all the things. Okay.
Yes.
Still can't roll. I still can't roll my tongue. I'll be
So you have to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Don't let it touch. And you have to start the breath from the back and just like kind of like attack it. No, you can do it. No, do it.
I'm not gonna play myself. No, you know.
Okay. So before we get into the questions about, let me ask you this. Is there anything we did not see from that auditioning week in cycle 14 that you would like, that you remember and you would like for us to know about? Anything that didn't make the air?
No, nothing that I could remember. I mean, if I think of something, I'll shoot you a text and we can do another live. But no, nothing that nothing that I got you. Nothing that I could think of that that stood out, because you know I'm forever indebted and grateful to you.
You are not indebted to me. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell y'all. So when I got Angelea's Instagram back, she was like, okay, she said we can talk about 14, we can talk about 17, we can talk about all that. And I told her, no, because I know you wanted your book to be done, and I'm not going to selfishly take advantage of this moment, because that's so not cool. That is so horrible. Yeah. So
and you are not
forever indebted to me. You are not. Listen, you've been sweet to me. I'll always be sweet to you. Always be sweet to you.
Like I told you, I feel like we locked in. We like this now. Like you my friend. Like I call you my friend now. So we friends.
Ma'am. You are my friend as well. You are my friend. I know. Okay. Before we get into the fan questions for cycle 14, I'm going to do the segment that the girls and squirrels love so much, which is ANTM roll call.
Okay.
Where I'm going to name everybody who was cast on your cycle. What is that?
I heard that you do the roll call, so I said, okay, let me get what I think about all the girls. Okay, let me be a little prepared.
Oh, she came prepared.
You know what? As a matter of fact, let me say something about cycle 14, because when you just said, was there anything else that people don't know? Because I have it on my notes. Thank God for the notes. Okay, so there were 2 girls on casting that that did not make it in the house, but they have flourished, honey. There's Gina. She's known as Glamazon Tayomi. She is like a sexpert now, and like she's verified on Twitter, and she had like the big wig. She was from Chicago. And then there's another girl named Madeline. Madeline is from Buffalo also. Madeline, shout out to Madeline, because she lives in Atlanta now, and she's been doing the modeling since before Top Model. Like she's been in magazines and all that, and now she has a business in Atlanta I think a bar or something like that. And she does social media influencing, and she has her own photography company, Bites and Beverages Atlanta. So those two girls, yes, like so yeah. So if you go back and cycle 14 to the casting episode, you will see those two girls, and they are doing big things. So shout out to them. So
Look
yeah,
at you. You're so sweet. Oh, you're just so sweet. You're so sweet. And this is why sweet things happen to you. This is why.
I try to be blessed. I try to give that good juju out so I can get it back. I'm all about aura and good energy. So
let's get into the things. Angelea, we're almost at 1,000. When we hit 1,000, we must take a photo.
Okay.
Listen, y'all, share. Let's give Angelea all the things, other things, as she's making her comeback, her reintroduction into the airways and byways and highways, and give her 1,000 people live watching her right now. Okay. So the first name I'm going to call is Gabrielle.
She didn't need the show.
Okay.
She said that has done modeling after, she was only on for one episode, but I think the reason why she went home was not because she couldn't model, because she could model her butt off, but I think she wasn't giving what the producers needed, which, drama. Nobody's going to be watching a reality show. It's a modeling competition, but it's a reality show too. No one's going to be watching, someone that, doesn't want to get involved in any drama, or, someone that wants to stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that was her thing. She didn't want any drama. She was there to strictly model, and then she was sent home.
With the quickness.
What a quickness. They said, "Oh, girl, you ain't going to get in on this action. Bye."
So do you believe that the photo they chose for her was purposefully chosen so that they could send her home because she was not contributing storyline wise?
Yeah, because they take so many photos, and I mean, out of all the photos and frames they take, you mean to tell me that was the best one? No, I think that they did that to everybody though, because I know I done took some crazy photos, but I know I also took some out of all the frames that they shoot, because they shoot a lot of frames, that 2 or 3 photos are at least good. So yeah, they absolutely don't pick the best photo, because they need a reason why they're sending you home.
Angelea, can I get a good smile from you?
Oh yeah, okay.
Because we are over 1,000.
Oh my God! Wait, let me get my light. Hold on. Okay.
I got it! Yay! Thank y'all so much. This is the first time I've ever done this. So
yay!
I'm so happy it was with you.
Okay, number 85. Come on, I was
number 85. Number 85. Okay. So the next person on the list is Naduah.
Oh, I love Naduah. Oh my God, pure, beautiful. Let me tell you about Naduah. So me and Naduah just reconnected.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, we just reconnected, and she, at this moment, I believe she's in Hawaii. I was actually supposed to go to Hawaii for my birthday next month, and she's there with her family right now. She's married, has beautiful children, and her hair is long. She doesn't have the buzz cut. She doesn't have the Sinead going on. She has long, beautiful hair. But I just thought she was just so pure and just so beautiful and so soft-spoken for everything that happened to her. And I know that some of the girls, what they were saying, that they felt like, what she was saying was not truthful as far as things that she's been through, and certain things didn't add up. But I mean, that's not really anyone's place. If she's saying that's what her truth is, that's what it is. And I don't think someone's gonna come on and intentionally intentionally lie about something like that. You know what I'm saying? About, being in the cult and
that's heavy.
Yeah, that's heavy. So it's like, why would she come on national TV and say that if it weren't true? So I was just like, oh, I don't think she's lying.
Okay. The next person on the list is Ren.
Oh, child, I was so mad when I saw her.
I bet.
Yeah, I said, okay, right. I was like, okay. We was at the Madame Tussauds and Tyra was like, I have a surprise for you all. And I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna miss an elimination. No one's going home. Okay, blah blah blah. And then Ren come out and I'm like, huh? What? This is the surprise? Girl, this ain't no surprise. Okay, like this is more competition. What is going on? Like, I don't like this surprise, Tyra. You can keep it. I don't like it. But Ren, I think, child, different. And you know what? She different. That's what I say. She different. I don't got nothing bad to say about her. Yeah, different. In a good way, though. In a good way.
Okay. Next person on the list is Simone.
Simone. Oh my gosh. Regal.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful Regal. She is just, I love Simone. Let me tell you about Simone. So look at me. Let me tell you about Simone. So okay, after cycle 14, me, Jessica, and Simone got the opportunity to be on Jay Leno.
Okay.
And they flew us out and we stayed in Burbank. And I just thought, Simone is just so beautiful and just so gracious and man, just lovely. And that was such a good time that we had. She was a bit of a party pooper though, because we wanted to, me and Jessica wanted to chill, it's Los Angeles and hang out. And someone's like, I'm just gonna go to my room, We were like, oh, okay. So then me and Jessica ended up meeting two guys, an actor, a British actor who I won't name, and then a BET reality star. And we just had so much fun. Like we were drinking Taylor Port and then like we were just driving around with them. And it was such a good time. I had such a good time.
And you won't tell us who this actor or reality TV star was?
No. I'll tell you.
Yes. And one thing I do appreciate and I like is y'all be like, I won't tell you on the air, but I'll tell you afterwards because y'all know I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna keep my mouth quiet and just keep on going. Oh, I can't tell you how many moments I just had to keep my mouth quiet and just keep on going. Oh, sure I told myself when all y'all go, like when the Lord has collected all of y'all and I'm still around, then I'll tell all the stories. Like when I'm like 70, 70, 50, 60. So can't nobody whoop my ass.
Right, like on your deathbed. But let me tell you, child.
Well, this is what was really said.
Okay.
The next person on the list is Tatiana.
Beautiful. I love Tatiana. Yes, gorgeous. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful and just so cool. I had no issues with her. Yeah, she's beautiful.
Did you think she was gonna go home when she went home?
No, I thought
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, I was surprised. I really was because like all those eyes and oh my God, just like sex appeal. Like she's just sexy and gorgeous. And I was surprised. I was like, what? Just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Next
I feel
on
like
the list is
but I mean, I said I feel like I should be saying more about the girls, but I don't know. I just
I mean, girl, I do have some fan questions about certain girls. So what we don't cover now, we'll probably cover later. I mean, girl, that's all you got to say about the girl. That's all you got to say about them. Shit. Okay. Yeah, you fine. You're doing a fabulous job.
I don't want to disappoint.
Oh, girl, you being here is enough for all of us. We are happy. We were just happy we got you here. You are doing fine. I told you don't start that shit with me, Angelea. Okay. Amazing. Next person on the list is Brenda.
You know what? Brenda is a gazelle. Let me say this. I sent Brenda an apology via Instagram. I found her on Instagram years ago because I felt like that I was unnecessarily mean to her. I felt like some of the things that I did, it was unjust and she didn't deserve that. I feel like it was just me not knowing how to react, being back, on TV in the house and doing too much to a certain extent with just the aggressiveness, almost like a bully, I'll say. So I did send her. I sent her an apology because I don't think she deserved that. And I saw a comment was on my page. Do you think you were mean to Brenda unnecessarily? And yeah, I do. And I sent her an apology, and as far as I know, we're cool. We good. I loved her short haircut, by the way, even though I said she reminded me of Chucky. But I felt like the short hair for the Rachel Roy runway, all slicked back. Oh my God. She looked gorgeous. She really did. And I don't think the long hair would have looked right on her. But yeah, that's how I feel about her.
Miss Brenda. Okay, what about Ansley?
Ansley's Mama Bear, serious and just and protective. I felt maybe just a little too serious. And I don't know if that was maybe just because of how she was raised and her upbringing. But again, a beautiful person. And I feel like maybe misunderstood how I was misunderstood. Beautiful person.
Okay. What about Alasia? This is only my second chat for Cycle 14.
Is it really?
This is only my
with Alasia.
Alasia was like one of my first 5 chats ever, and the only one besides you now that talked about Cycle 14.
I love Alasia. Okay, and let me just say the growth from Cycle 14 to where she is now. I mean, honey, like I walked into the store and I saw her on the perm boxes, honey. Okay, like I was like, "Ooh, that's Alasia." Took a picture of it, sent it to her. I said, "Girl, I'm so proud of you. Just the amount of growth, because she was young when she went on there. She was 15, and just for some science for y'all, the prefrontal cortex of the brain doesn't develop until you're 25. So you may make some questionable choices from 24 minus. So I think that
that's the excuse I can use.
That's the excuse you can use, boo. It's all science. I'm telling you, that prefrontal cortex, the one that determines how you act and your behavior and your emotions and things like that. I mean, that's what I'm using.
And I'm follow suit.
Okay, my prefrontal wasn't developed. Okay, holla at me. I love Alasia. That's my girl, though. I love her to pieces.
Yes, she's getting married.
Is she?
I want to say I saw a while ago the guy she was with proposed to her. They're getting married. She's engaged.
Oh my God, Alasia, congratulations. Girl, if you're watching this, congratulations, girl. You deserve all the blessings.
Yes, Miss Alasia. Yes.
Your wife. Come on now.
The next person on the list is Jessica.
Jessica. Okay, Jessica understood the assignment, honey. She understood the assignment. She did what needed to be done. Okay, have you heard about Miss Jessica Michelle? Have you heard? Come on now. Come on. Jessica knew, like Jessica done got to the bag and she out here living her best life. Okay. You know what? When I came, I ended up coming back out to LA. And Jessica was already out there. And so, me and her, we connected, and just such a free spirit. We ended up going, where did we go? We went to like this burger place. And then she was telling me that she was looking for an apartment. And she was like, "Do you want to see where the apartment is?" I said, "Yeah." So like there was like an orange tree, and she picked an orange from the tree and started peeling it. And I was like, "Girl, what are you doing?" She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat it. It's an orange." I said, "You ain't supposed to eat that." She said, "Well, it's an orange." Because me, I'm just like, I get my fruit from the grocery store. So I don't want to pick something from a tree, and I don't know. But here we go. We went to this house and the door was unlocked. I said, "Girl, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, come on, it's okay." The door was unlocked. Yes, I'm like, that girl, she's something else. So we go into this house and like she's showing me around, and and then we're just sitting there talking. And she just sits on the counter in the kitchen and just peeling the orange and eating it. And then I'm like, "Girl, okay, we need to leave because I'm scared that somebody's like the owner of this property is gonna come in here and like something is gonna happen." So then we ended up leaving. But yeah, she knew what the assignment was. Shout out to Jessica because she knew.
The next person on
He
the
can get
list. What you saying?
So you can get her to come in here.
I will. Yeah, I'll reach out to her. I can't believe I don't have more Cycle 14 chats. Krista agreed to do one, but Krista be disappearing on me.
Did she agree?
Watching? Yes, Krista. I'm calling you out, Krista White.
I was wondering. I was like, why is Krista not doing the chat? Because I know she did the J chat, and you know, let me just say this. I love Krista. That is my sis.
Well, hold on. Before you say Krista, because I don't want to hear these aggravating bitches. You're not going to order, so hold it on, Krista.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Talk to me. No, you're fine. Talk to me about Alexandra.
That's my girl. That's my girl too. Y'all don't know about Alex, but that's my boo. I just texted her 2 days ago because I wanted to share a story, and I wanted to make sure it was okay with her before I shared the story. Because
it's that type of story.
It's not really that type of story, but you know, she's still working as a model, so I don't, you know, it's like
gotcha.
How she feels about it, and she's like, "Oh, girl, absolutely, you could." But that's another one you need to get on here because Alex be having some tea, honey.
Oh,
she be having some tea. I love me some Alex. She's just so funny and beautiful, and I just can't believe that they label her as a plus size model because, honey, she is just thick and gorgeous, and it ain't nothing plus size about her, honey.
She's real beautiful.
I love her. That's my girl.
Is 716 gonna tell us the story she had to get approved?
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, I thought you wanted me to wait, but okay, yes. Okay, let me tell you a story about Alex. So, okay, we were in New Zealand, and so this was like the night before elimination, before the panel went from 4 to 2, right? So it was me, Raina, Krista, Alex, and Raina and Krista were like, they're gonna go to bed. They're nervous, you know. And at this point, I think me and Alex were just kind of like, we tired, we over it. We don't really think we about to make, you know, top 2. It's gonna be our last night in the house. Let's go to the hot tub and have some drinks. So we went in the hot tub. We was having drinks. We was drinking. I mean, having a blast. Okay, we was having so much fun, and then production, because they don't like to get involved with like how we are, but they were like, you guys need to get out of the tub right now because we are nervous that, you know, if you keep drinking and the water's really hot, you know, something might happen to you health-wise. And we know at this time, you know, we was a little lit. So we like, oh no, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, get out now. So that kind of just ended our fun for health, you know, for health concerns, obviously. I didn't know, you know, drinking alcohol and being in the hot tub, I guess, elevates your heart rate. And, you know, they were concerned about that. So we were just like, well, if we're going to go home, we just going to go out with a bang. So it was so much fun. We had such a good time. But the other story that I have about Miss Alex is that, so after the elimination, when me and her went home, right? You know, they do the OTF on the fly interview, and they interviewed me, and of course I was boohooing, crying like I cried. And Alex, later when we got to the hotel room, because I didn't see her OTF, when we got to the hotel room, she was like, because we stayed together, she was like, oh girl, I cussed them out. I said, girl, what? She said, I cussed them out. I was like, F this show. This show is fake. She kind of had a Natalie meltdown, but it wasn't in front of the judges. It was
Alex.
Yes, Alex. Yes. And she was like, this show is a crock of bloop. You know, it was bad. So DSJ came to the hotel.
David.
Yes.
My David.
No, David came to the hotel room and was like,
his short ass.
Okay. I'm gonna throw short authoritative self. Okay. Like he was like, Alex, we never do this, but I want to give you the opportunity to do your OTF over because if we air what you said, you will not like it and you will regret it because it's not gonna look good. So she agreed to do the OTF over. So the OTF that everyone sees from Cycle 14 is not the original. Is not the original.
It's her redo.
It's her redo. Yes, because she went in. She definitely went in, and it was crazy. I was like, oh my god, girl. Because then for continuity, it wouldn't. Like her edit was just like so positive and just like positive. So to have that as the final, as her way out, like it would just be like, her what? Y'all been betraying her positive all season, and now she coming at mofos. What's going on?
And
Yeah.
David St. John was the one who made that call.
Yes. Yep. Came to the hotel room.
I love David. This is why I love David. That's why I love him.
Well, you know what? You know what I will say. So, I hear, girls say about production this, production that. Cycle 14, I did not experience the production woes. Like we had producers that really had our back. DSJ, Bob Skimmerhorn. Shout out to Bob, man. What's going on? And even the director, Daniel Soyseth, who, I mean, just amazing. Like they really care about the girls. Like, and that's just my opinion. Like, and I talk to Daniel sometimes via Instagram. He follows some of the girls and he wants to know how we're doing, and it's just all positive. So I have nothing bad to say about the production for Cycle 14. Now, Cycle 17, on the other hand,
which we'll touch on just a little bit later on, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Going back into ANTM roll call, the next girl we have is Raina.
Face beautiful. Next, behind my makeover, she had the best makeover, in my opinion. I mean, of course, I loved my long blonde hair. I was baby Tyra. Don't get it twisted. But Raina, oh man, she's beautiful. That's another person that I do talk to here and there via Instagram, and she's doing well. She's married and she has beautiful children. But let me tell you something about Raina's fans. Raina's fans are like the Barbs. Now the Barbs be going for Nikki, right? Like they don't play about her. Raina's fans did not play about her. Okay, so Raina, after the show, she got with the PR people from Top Model, which me and Crystal thought that was real weird because it was like, wait, how is Raina getting with the PR people from Top Model? Like, this is weird, like we were questioning it. And I know her dad, Raina's dad, does something with marketing too. She had her website up. She was selling hats. She was doing her blog. I mean, she was getting to it, right? And she was telling things from her perspective, right? So from her perspective, I didn't look too good in certain situations. So her fans, child, I was getting, when I had Facebook, they were DMing me all type of nasty stuff. Like, it was just so crazy. Like someone from Concordia University, I'll never forget. She went to Concordia, I believe. But someone from Concordia University DM'd me and was like, "You're white." And I'm like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? How could you do Raina like that and just be so mean to her? You're white. I don't know why you're acting like something you're not. I was like, that is so weird. Like, okay, my mama is white, but my daddy black. So so I get what you're trying to imply. Like, yeah, like what is going on? Like, I just used to get, me and Krista used to get so much hate from her fans, and it was just crazy. It was just so crazy. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, y'all are so mean. Like, y'all do know this is edited, right? Y'all do know that, like, me and Raina, like, we are like cool, like we talk from time to time, like text or or just hello or whatnot. But this is, child, it was crazy.
I just got jogged. My memory just got jogged of, I believe it was Krista in her chat with Mr. J. And she told a story where I guess Raina had used the phone, was calling her family, I guess when you guys weren't supposed to be calling them, like in the hotel or something like that. And I guess the rule was if you did it, you'll get eliminated or whatever. And like nothing happened. Do you remember what story I'm talking about?
Yes, I remember vaguely. but okay, so we weren't supposed to call anybody in the hotel, and I guess Raina made all these phone calls, and I think the bill was like really high or something like that. I think they use the scare tactic of if you call someone, you'll be eliminated, but I don't actually think they were going to enforce that because that this is the cast. It's like if you send Raina home, then what are you gonna say? Like, oh, she like, okay, well, she used the phone when she wasn't supposed to, so we had to bring in somebody else. Like, what? That's weird. So
I mean, she did lose the cycle. They got her ass in the end. They said, "Bitch, we gonna get you now, but we gonna get you."
We gonna get you, girl. You are charging up this hotel bill. We gonna get you, girl. We gonna.
I'm just playing. The smart ass of me couldn't resist the joke. I'm sorry.
You know what? So check this tea. So apparently, Raina was supposed to win. From what I heard, Raina was supposed to win Cycle 14. Apparently, Tyra and Nigel and Jay thought that Raina should be top model, but Andre, because they were trying to go for high fashion that season. That was the first season that Andre was a judge on Top Model, if you remember. And they were trying to change it over to be more high fashion, the connections with Vogue. Andre loved Krista. So because Andre loved Krista, that's why Krista won. Because Krista, I mean, look at her, high fashion, gorgeous.
Who told you this?
I'll tell you after.
Okay, we'll take it.
But that's what I had heard.
That's what you had heard.
I had heard.
Okay. Last but not least, Krista,
cheekbones. Beautiful. She one of the best walkers, in my opinion, in Top Model history. Her and Amina.
Oh, Amina can walk.
Yes, Amina probably, in my opinion, is the best walker, and then Krista is after her. But honey, yes. And let me just say this. So, a lot of people have asked me what my relationship is with Krista at the moment, and I don't like to get on social media and blast people. That's especially people that I love and that I'm, have this sisterhood with. So, she did the chat with Jay, and I didn't like the way Jay was promoting the chat. So it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I still have love for Krista, regardless of, we're not on speaking terms at the moment, but I still got love for her, and I'll never bash her on social media or say anything negative about her, so because she was there when I needed her the most. So, and that's what I'll say about that.
And the fact that you so eloquently voice that lets me know and should let everybody else know that when the time is right, that y'all are reconciling, y'all get it right, because the door is clearly open. Sisters and friends and all that, we have those types of moments where we don't talk for a little bit, but I pray, it's my hope and prayer that y'all figure it out.
Yes, I love her. I love her mother. I haven't spoken to her mom. It's been years, but I love her mom, and she comes from a good family. She got a good heart. So that's what I'll say about that.
Okay.
That's that on that.
So moving on to the judges panel, what are your thoughts on Andre Leon Talley?
I love Andre. Andre had your girls back after the show. He hooked me up with a casting for the Dion von Furstenberg. Okay.
Really?
Yes. He sent me on a casting for Fashion Week one year to go see Dion von Furstenberg.
Is it Dion or Diane?
He calls her Dion. So
he calls her Dion.
He calls her Dion. Yes. I've always said Diane, but when he started calling her Dion, I said, okay, let me call her Dion too, because the master has spoken.
Yes. That's the true teacher.
That's the true teacher. Hello. What? Yes. So he sent me on that casting. And then there was another casting that he sent me on, a Black designer. And I can't think of this woman's name, but she styled our first lady, Michelle Obama. And she, you know, made dresses and stuff for a few other people. So he sent me on those castings. And for me, that was major because, you
That
know,
is.
yeah, he didn't have to do that, but you know, he believed in me, and he also gave me and Krista his email address. So, you know, we kept in contact with him, and you know, he wanted to know how we were doing and things like that. So I have nothing but love for Mr. Andre Leon Talley. Always.
Before I continue on the judges panel, let me go to the people who are around. Thoughts on Miss J, your runway coach?
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, Miss J. Let me say, so I got two different views of Miss J. One from 14, and then one from 17. And the same thing with Mr. J. Two different views, right? So we'll go with the view from cycle 14, and then we'll get to the thing of the things for cycle 17 at another time. But I love Miss J, and I actually have this book. I don't know if you this book that Miss J wrote.
Follow the model.
So he wrote a message. He gave all the girls a copy. And I'm not sure if he wrote messages to all of them. I think maybe, but he said, to Angelea, Cycle 14, love, OX, Miss J, aka J Alexandra. My girl, you know I know, boo. Do what you do with a little extra class, and it's yours. Remember, this is your second chance.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
So sweet. Because you know what? He knew, you know, one time we were out at a dinner somewhere for cycle 14, and I forgot where, but I just kind of felt a little ganged up on the girls, and me and Miss J were sitting next to each other, and someone might have asked them something, and they all kind of just ganged up on me a little bit, and I just kind of felt, you know, attacked, and Miss J was like nudging my leg under, you know, his leg, like, girl, yeah, it's okay, yeah, they talking about you again, they talking about you again, but it's okay, and I'm just sitting there eating my polenta fries, like, it's okay, Miss J get me, Miss J understands. So
yes, shout out to Miss J. Okay, what about Mr. J Manuel, your creative director?
I didn't have any issues with Mr. J cycle 14. I feel like cycle 17 there was a misunderstanding. Well, I don't know what the thing of the things was for cycle 17, but there's something that he said to me that, and I just, honey, it was a lot, and it was a thing.
Share?
It was a cycle 17.
Oh, right. Here I go. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Right. I know they're gonna start leaving like, okay, she keep mentioning cycle 17, but damn, she ain't giving us nothing.
I almost said something. These people okay. They all right. They gonna stay their asses right here and get everything. Their asses ain't going nowhere. All y'all. Right. But okay, is that all you want to talk about, Mr. J, for cycle 14?
Yeah.
All right. Going back to the judges panel, Nigel Barker.
Oh, I love Nigel. You know what? I think I scared Nigel because, like, you know, I would see with my hammer dance when we was on the tram. I know he was like, "This girl is crazy. Oh my God." And like, "Oh, you're just so attractive and just so sexy." And oh my God, I know he was like, "Oh, somebody get this girl away from me." So reserved, and I love just the accent, the British accent. Oh, just a dreamy accent. And he actually showed love to me too on his Instagram page when he did like a throwback of the C-17 shoot when we were in Greece. And, you know, he tagged me, and I was like, oh, thank you. Like, I thought like, you know, like the judges didn't want nothing to do with me, you know, but you know, you tagged me. So thank you very much. I actually had that photo as a screensaver on my phone because it's such a beautiful, beautiful photo.
I love that photo shoot. So many people talk so bad about that photo shoot, but I think out of that entire cycle, that was one of the better photo shoots for you guys.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it was so beautiful. And just first of all, we're in Greece. I mean, you can't get more mythological and majestic and beautiful than that. And then when you look at the background looks like a painting. Like it looks like somebody painted the background, and it's not paint. It's all real. Like everything was just so beautiful. It was so lovely.
Now here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna segue into something else before I ask you about the last person. Did it smell like Badussi?
Wait, where? Did it smell like Badussi? Where?
Did the bowl of vinegar
The bowl of
tomato?
Child, it ain't smell like no Badussi. Who said it smelled like Badussi?
I only asked that because David St. John wanted me to tell you that he stands firm that when you spoke about the smell of the hair and glue on that photo shoot in Cycle 14, that you are the first person in all of history in the media to say Badussi on national TV.
Lord, see, I forgot. See, I was cutting up. I forgot I said that. Oh my God, because you know Badussi. Come on, you know what Badussi is for those.
No, I've taught the classroom Badussi. I told them what it means.
Okay, so no, the salad bowl was gross. Yes, it was very juicy, but it didn't smell like Badussi. No, it did not. Did I say that on Cycle 14? I can't.
That's what he said. He said you're the first person to say it.
But they didn't air it. Okay, because I'm like, I know I would have remembered that. Like, see, oh my God, child. If DSJ said I said it, I know I did. Yeah, because yes, you know how that hair glue smell. Come on now.
Oh, hair glue smells like crap.
Like, you know.
Yes, and that's why when the girls used to come try to do my makeup and I would smell the hair glue, they were instantly fired. Like, this was your last time coming. Don't put that shit on my face. And
you know what the girls are doing with the hair glue? What they've been doing? They've been using it for their eyelashes to put on. Not lash glue. They've been using hair glue.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. Using hair glue to put on lashes.
That's crazy to me. Like, why? What? No, don't do that. It's gonna rip off your whole child. And plus, you're just gonna be lingering with the smell of just Badussi everywhere. I mean,
okay.
Come on.
Last on the list.
Yes.
No one other than herself, the mother, the head huntress, Tyra Lynn Banks.
Tyra Lynn Banks. You know what? I think people are like waiting for me to just bash. I ain't got nothing bad to say. Listen, if you want to hear some negativity, you could read the Daily Mail interview I did about 5, 6, 7 years ago when I was in my feelings. Okay. Tyra gave, regardless of the situation and how everything turned out, I am grateful. And this just speaks so much to my growth. I'm just grateful for how things turned out, because it just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant, to happen. And, and I say that because I just feel like the path I'm on now, doing what I'm being called to do, which is, telling stories in the community and being a journalist and, and being an example for my son, and just being an example for people who feel like that their past will hold them back. And it's just like, no, like, you can overcome, you can be anything you want to be. Just don't let one little mistake determine your future. You know what I'm saying? You can overcome it. And Tyra gave us the opportunity. And I hear a lot. I hear, when they be coming at Tyra on the social media, with the Hulu running the episodes and, all this problematic stuff. And, you got people that come at her, and you got people that defend her. At the end of the day, she created something that was bigger. I'm sure she couldn't have imagined that it would have been as big and as much of a cult classic as it has been. And I mean, I'm here right now because I was given the opportunity to come on the show, not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times. So, okay. Not the 1, the 2, but the 3.
Would you go for?
Would I go for? Oh, you know what? If they cut a girl a big old check, and if they air the original ending for Cycle 17, I mean, come on, you know, if it's the one thing that I wish that people could see, and I say this when people comment on my Instagram about Cycle 17 is by the grace of the gods, by the grace of Tyra Banks. Come on, sis. Air that original finale. Let the people see how it really went down. You know what I'm saying? Because it was beautiful, and just what I said at panel was beautiful, and just the reaction and everything was just so beautiful. Like I could relive it in my head, and I'll always, that'll be something that I never will forget. And I just really wish people can see it. You know, forget the money and all that other stuff, the prizes, forget all that. Like, I just want people to see, because you know how irritating it is for people to be like, oh, you watched Cycle 17 and you know you were disqualified, and what happened? And it's like
it was the voice just now.
And it's like boo. Like, after a while, you just get so tired of explaining yourself, and you just let people just make their own assumptions about what happened, like, you know. And so, but you know, shout out to Tyra. Shoot, I ain't got nothing bad to say. Shout out to Miss Banks. Shoot, she a businesswoman, you know. I will just say one more thing. I feel like from what I hear from Cycle 1, she was really involved with the girls. And like I said, I don't feel like she knew how big it would be. And I think that maybe as it became bigger, it became more about the business and less about the girls. And she, you know, could have been there more for guidance and, you know, just for support and things like that. But, you know, she a Black businesswoman, so you got to support that, you know.
Mm-hmm. And there is a question I am going to ask that Ms. Angelea has approved for me to ask her about Cycle 17. So make sure y'all stay tuned. I'm now going to get into the fan questions that the people have for you down in the comments. Are you okay? Do you need to go to the bathroom or anything?
No, let me plug this light in because I feel like it's getting dark in here. So let me plug. I don't gotta use the bathroom, but let me just plug this extra light in because I feel like I'm getting real dark. And
okay.
You know, so
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Somebody sing a song.
Sing a song, y'all. Somebody sing my song. I'm here. Come on.
Girl, let me scoot so the people don't see my coochie.
I guess this is the intermission, y'all, while we get everything together. But how's everybody? I mean, I can't see the comments or anything, but I hope everybody is healthy and safe and just good, you know. And if you're going through something, just know that it's temporary. It's temporary, and you'll get through it. So trust me, okay? Just be positive. Let me go plug this light in, y'all. Hold on.
I don't know why I want a little snack.
Child, I was just talking to the people for a moment. Let me plug this light in. Oh, let's see. You got you. I think I'm about to get me a snack.
What you about to eat?
I don't know, some popcorn.
Oh, I got a salad, but I don't want to be crunching like that on the thing.
Some popcorn. Hold on.
Who's this woman? Who's this woman we looking at?
Let me get some popcorn. Hold on. What you talking to me?
Who's this? Yeah, who's this woman we looking at?
Oh, this is Sophia Loren. I got a story about that. I love me some Sophia. Okay. I get in touch with my Italian side. So Andre said that for Cycle 17 for the Pink's hot dog shoot, is the light? I mean, I'm sorry about the light. Andre said that for the Cycle 17 Pink's hot dog shoot, that it was giving him very much Sophia Loren vibes. And I mean, honey, I look like Sophia Loren's twin. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this pic of Sophia. And I didn't realize it was going to be this big. And then when it came, I was like, ooh. And I had to get a custom-made frame. And it's just been sitting here ever since. But we love Miss Sophia. We stand Miss Sophia.
Yes, Miss Sophia.
Yes, Miss Sophia.
Okay.
Con.
So we're going to get into these fan questions. These are the people over there down to the Instagram and the questions they have for you. And I thought they were so good. So here we go. This is from May Ramix, and they are asking, what was your favorite season of America's Next Top Model, and what's a photo shoot you wish you would have had the opportunity to do?
Favorite season, definitely cycle 3.
3?
Yes, definitely 3. You
Iconic.
have iconic. What? You have Eva, Takara, Yaya. Oh my gosh. I mean, and they are all doing so well, so great. And I just heard Yaya had like a lead, is gonna have a lead role.
Like a lead role in a new show.
Yes, that is my absolutely favorite cycle of Top Model. And let's see, shoot wise. The only thing that's really sticking out to me, honestly, is the cycle 3 shoot with the spider.
I would love to see you with the spider and your nails.
Okay, like
you could have some claws.
Okay, some claws, like these spider claws is hitting, honey.
Yes.
Come on now. I think I would.
You don't look a day older than when the last time we saw you.
You know what? People be saying that, and you know it must be my daddy jeans, honey.
You look good. Like you look damn good.
Thank you so much. I don't look like what I've been through, and I'm blessed. So
wow.
Let the church say amen.
Yes.
Hallelujah. My God. Won't he do it?
SA_Marchucho wants to know, spill the tea on what really happened between you and Sandra, which you already did. Is there anything else additional you want to add about you and Sandra?
No. We
Perf.
It was just wilding.
Thomas British wants to know, after seeing the photo shoots in the girls cast in cycle 12, is she glad in hindsight that she was on 14 instead?
Yes. Not because so much of the photo shoot, but just because I just loved cycle 14. Like I loved like being in New York. I loved that we went to New Zealand. I love the girls and just the connections that I've made, and I felt like it was cycle 12 wasn't my time. It had to be cycle 14, and it was cool.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I was on cycle 14 for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Asked Toe by Angela wants
sorry.
to know. Oh no, girl, you're fine. Girl, you're fine. Let me go back. Cara Julia wants to know, what was your favorite and least favorite photo shoot on cycle 14?
Oh gosh. Definitely least favorite was the vampire one, because I didn't know what I was doing. They put the blackout contacts. I couldn't see nothing. My leg looked like what Andre say, Drecatude. Okay, leg just looked like, yes, Drecatude, honey. It was all Drecatude. The hair was amazing. But I didn't know what I was doing. Like I needed my sight, and I just could not take direction. Like, you know, Mr. J is like telling me, look here. And I'm like, I can't see where I'm supposed to look. I don't know. I was like a deer in headlights, just like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. My favorite, I have 2. Actually, I have 3. Obviously the subway shoot. Mm-hmm. That was definitely, I got a story about Mike Ruiz too. So let me get into that real quick. So, okay, after we filmed, me and Alex, I came to the city. And so we went to this party, and Mr. and Miss J happened to be there. And so, you know, they said hi to us, you know, and then we go inside and Mike Ruiz is there, and he was filming a show for the Logo Network at the time. And, you know, we're just like, oh, let's say hi, you know, because he'll probably recognize us because he shot us for Top Model, for goodness sake. We go up to him. He just looked at us like we were like, hey, Mike, girl, you know, you shot us our subway shoot. He was like, oh, hi. And then was like, oh. And just, yes, it was just didn't act like he knew that he didn't know who we was. And we were like, oh, like, I think he thought maybe we were trying to be on TV. And it was like, no, like we genuinely wanted to say hi. And, you know, so yeah, he was a bit shady to us. It's okay though.
Okay.
I don't hold grudges.
Well, good. Yeah, it's not good for the skin or the bowels.
Good for the skin. Okay, or the bowels. Okay, because I do got IBS, so.
So the subway photo shoot you said was your favorite. What were the other two?
The one where we were on Canal Side, well, not Canal Side, but on Canal Street.
Canal Street.
The big hair. It was like fake everything. Yes, the bag, honey. Come on now, I love that one. And then the one we did in New Zealand with Tyra when she was our photographer. And with it was the lights. Yeah, and well, how was I? I was just laying down. It doesn't look like I'm laying down, but like I was laying down and she was just so close to my face. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe this right now. Am I doing this right? So those definitely the top 3 that I loved from Cycle 14 for sure.
Okay. So, as told by Angela wants to know, what birthed your signature RAR for every panel and 101 camera confessional?
Being nervous, like just like a nervous mechanism, and like just oh my God, I don't know what to do. Let me do something, girl. Do something. just being nervous and not knowing what to do.
Oh no, I know about it because a lot of the phrases that y'all quote came out of me being nervous as shit. That Tyra Be Behind You thing came out of me being nervous. Like, what do I say right now? I don't know what to say right now. That is the honest to God truth. I was like, what do I say right now? Tyra Be Behind You, girl. Tyra Be Behind You. So I get it.
And you know what? And I saw the shirts and I was just laughing. I said, oh my God. I said, I want to buy one of these shirts. They so cute.
Oh, thank you. I'll send you one. Baby. Listen.
From doing harm to yourself and doing harm to others.
I didn't know what to say. So I just started talking. And it has stuck. So I totally get it.
It's catchy and I love it.
Miss History wants to know, love your makeover for Cycle 14, but if they would have given you long hair with bangs, what else would you have wanted?
Oh, I was ready for anything. I didn't care if they cut my hair off. I was so happy they gave me a long weave. I was very happy. Child, never had a weave like that in my hair before. I'll tell you that much. I would have been happy if they would have, whatever they thought would make me more of a supermodel, I would have been happy with it. Cause like me, I just never now I'm all about my hair because I'm getting up there in age. So I take my hair vitamins and stuff. But back then I'm just like, it's nothing for me to cut my hair and it just have it grow back. I have a story about that. So the woman who did my hair, who gave me that long, beautiful, gorgeous weave is Ellen LeVar. And Ellen LeVar has a salon in the city, and she used to do Whitney Houston's hair. She was Whitney Houston's hairstylist for years. Mm-hmm. So she did the legend. So I had a legend who did a legend's hair in my hair. So all respect to Ellen if she's watching, probably not watching, but she, yeah. I just thought that was yes.
Let's talk about makeovers right fast.
Yes.
So watching the show, it almost seems like your hair is getting more and more frizzy and like untamed and unruly. What was going on with your scalp, girl?
They didn't know what to do with it. They did not know. So, okay. So right before we went to New Zealand, right? Because, okay, that's the thing Ellen was complaining about. She said, girl, they gave me this cheap hair. Like I told them to spend money on some expensive hair so the hair doesn't shed because, they were doing all this pulling and grabbing photo shoots and it was making the hair fall out. So as you see during the episodes, my hair is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So right before we went to New Zealand, they said, we're going to, take you back to Ellen so your hair can get, redone and things like that. But Ellen was like that they wouldn't pay for another sew-in. They wouldn't pay for new hair. So she just had to work with she just had to work with what she had. And she really tried to make it work for New Zealand. But yeah, they was being a little cheap with the hair. So yeah, it was just like you doing all that teasing and all that pulling and yanking because this is happening every 3 days. What everyone sees is they think it's every week and it's not. It's every 3 days. Something is getting done to the hair and it's pulling and yanking it all out. And Child, she did what she could. She did what she could.
What do you remember from Makeovers regarding like the other girls from your cycle?
Oh, I remember I remember Krista not being happy about the ponytail. Honey, she was not happy. She said, "Child, I could have done this myself." And I just had to laugh because I'm just like, I know, like the part about getting a makeover is you want something drastic, you want something different, okay? You want something that you can't do. And Krista, like,
this I can do this.
Okay, I do this in my sleep. What? And then Brenda getting her hair cut. I mean, she was crying. And I'm just like, girl, what? Like, I mean, everybody reacts different, right? To some people, that hair is very important. And I was just like, girl, your hair gonna grow back. Girl, it ain't nothing for you to buy a little wig. It ain't nothing for you to buy, put a little ponytail, take the ponytail from Krista and go ahead and put it on in your hair. Like it will grow back. So yeah, that's what I remember.
Okay. So Vonda Cosmetic is asking, what did you think of that crazy runway? What's wrong with my mouth? Runway with the pendulums. I'm all like, with the pendulums. Poor Alexandra.
First of all, they knew what they were doing. They did it on purpose. Okay. They were intentionally trying to hit us because I remember walking and seeing people at the top holding the pendulums and waiting strategically until we walked to have the pendulums.
They weren't automatic?
No.
I thought it was automatic. Someone was holding it.
They were holding it and letting it go. And if you look, you can see one of the pendulums swinging, kind of like just, child, it was a mess. They did that on purpose. They knew what they was doing, and I wasn't going for it. I said, I ain't about to be I ain't about to be boo-boo the fool up in here. As soon as that pendulum came swinging, I stopped. I said, no, I will not be getting hit with this thing. No. That was crazy. That was so crazy.
Was Alexandra the only one who fell?
I think somebody else may have gotten hit with the pendulum, but I can't remember. But yeah, Alexandra was the one. She was the only one that fell off stage. Yeah, and then she fell in the beginning. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh, girl. Alasia was like, oh no, baby girl.
Yes, Alasia. Vanity_Prime is saying, hey, love, what was the real reason Nadua got the boot? Was she really wasting her look on classic poses, or was there something devious going on behind the scenes?
I don't think there was anything devious. And I think that the powers that be, because okay, her and Krista got into a little dispute, and I forgot what it was about, but Naduah was a little upset, and I think that the producers thought that her being upset could be an issue, and I didn't think that. But then again, I'm not privy to seeing anyone's psych results or anything like that. I didn't think how she expressed herself was harmful, or she could potentially be harmful to anybody. But I think that maybe the powers that be thought so I think that's why she went home, because I thought she would be in the top 2. I really did. So I was shocked when they sent her home. Yeah.
Okay. Michaela Adrian. I'm sorry. Michaela Adrian wants to know what really happened in the kitchen with Brenda in the first episode.
Oh my God. You know what? That's something that I did watch earlier, and I was trying to figure it out myself. So I think I may have walked in on them talking about me. I think that's what that was. And because when you look at it, me and Ansley kind of had a little confrontation before that. And I think that, there was like some clicking up. So, I think that some things might have been said about me or whatnot. And I kind of just walked in on it. And, when you walk into a room and everything people just stop.
Just stop, and And
you just know. And that's what That was that really what that was. Like when I came into the room, everybody stopped talking, and I was like, "Ooh, they talking about me." Okay, well, let's go.
I don't know if it's down here in the comments, but one of the funniest things from that whole cycle I remember is after elimination, after I think Brenda was in the bottom, and y'all went back to the house, and you said, "So, Brenda, how did it feel to be in the bottom, girl?"
You know what? Somebody reminded me of that earlier, and I was like, I said that. I was like,
you did not say it in a green screen. You didn't say it in a confessional. You said it in that kitchen to that woman's face. Brenda, how did it feel to be in the bottom?
Oh my God, yo, that was so nasty and so rude. Yeah, I don't even. I was like, wait, did I say that? They were like, yeah, you said it to your face. I said, oh my God. I clearly was going through some things. Okay, like, ooh, wow, that was fierce. That was very fierce of me to do that. But I've apologized enough for the past transgressions. So.
Jeremy wants to know, was Alexandra as neutral in the house as the edit made it seem, or did she pick sides between you, Krista, Alasia, Angelea, and Brenda, Raina, and Jessica? One moment that I recently caught onto was during the final 8 panel where Andre mentions how you must be wonderful in your personal life, and the camera shows Alex and Brenda looking confused by his comment.
Yes. So Alex was neutral. So yes, that panel. And I actually asked Alex after why she laughed. Cause I just thought it was so weird. Cause I'm like, girl, you don't be in the drama. Like you be around everybody. So I was shocked. I wasn't shocked when Brenda and Raina, laughed, but I was shocked like when Alex did, because I was like, girl, you too. What? Wait a minute. Like, you is supposed to be neutral. Like, but Alex was like, I mean, I honestly wasn't really paying attention. I forgot what else she said, but I was like, girl, oh my goodness, making me look even worse in front of this panel.
And what she say? Why she say she laughed?
I think it was because, you know what? I can't. You gonna make me get on the phone and call her? Like, girl, you remember why you?
No, you don't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. You don't got to do all that. Real_Bryson_Apple is asking, please talk about the fight between Ansley and Alasia. It was funny watching you getting snacks and being unbothered. What was going through your head while the fight was happening?
Thank God it wasn't me.
I know that's right.
Because I was like, you know what? I feel like I've been getting into it a lot. I've been getting into it. Thank God it ain't me. Thank God it's somebody else but me. Okay. Like, whoo, Lord, let me just get my snacks and let me just be a spectator and not a participant this time. That's what I was thinking. Like, it ain't me this time. Thank you, Lord.
Ray.Mundo.P is asking, was Ren really an additional finalist? Or you girls have already met her before and it was just set up that she's an addition to the cast?
No, we never met her. It was complete, like, we were completely blindsided. Like who this girl? Like, Harpo, who this?
Why do you think they added her?
I don't know. With like in this child, that I don't know, because they had a lot of girls to choose from at the original casting. So I don't know. You don't say.
Okay, we'll take it. X Flying Sparks 13X is asking, how does it feel being the only one booking 6 out of 6 go-sees?
Child, it felt amazing. It really made me feel like I can really do this. Like, oh my God, the only girl to book 6, okay, and to do it in another country, it was amazing. So when we were going on the go-sees, right? Production it was different out there than it was in the States, because they don't want you to talk to production, to the cameras, or none of that, but when we were in New Zealand, the camera guy, we were in the car and the camera guy is like, in his accent, I'm not even gonna do the accent, I'm gonna play myself, but he was like, can you just talk to the camera and tell us how you're feeling? And I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah. Like we do it different over here. Just tell us, just give the viewers. And so I was like, okay. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up. And oh my God, like that was real emotion because it was a time crunch. We had a certain amount of time and it started raining during the end of the day. And when I went to the one casting, my hair was looking good and crazy because I was in the rain. And child, I was like, I think I'm gonna book this casting because I look just Drecatu. Okay. And I ended up booking it. So I was like, oh my God, I made all my go-sees, all of them. And it was the only one to do it within that time frame. So I had a plan.
She's a legend.
She's a legend in this top model game. Come on, don't play with me. Give me my flowers, y'all. Give me my flowers.
Girl, we thought what did Wendy say?
Oh,
here's your flowers.
Come on, Jocelyn.
Yes.
Give me my flowers. Come on.
So real_Bryson_Applewhite again is asking, it seemed like you were losing your confidence once you got to New Zealand. Was the pressure starting to get to you, or was it good old-fashioned editing?
I think I was starting to get tired. I think that that some of my my personality and the energy that I had to compete, I felt like it was dwindling. We went to the South Island, to Christchurch, New Zealand, and so there was like this beautiful like little villa or something. And so when we went in, because at this time it was me, Raina, Alex, and Krista. So when we went in, it was beautiful, and there was like, I want to say 1 or 2 bedrooms. And so, okay, the girls run in, and I'm just tired at this point, and they picked their bedrooms, and I was basically stuck sleeping on the couch. So I was just like, I'm just tired. Like, and I think maybe production was like, she ain't gonna fight about a bedroom. Nope, I'm not gonna fight about a bedroom because I'm tired and I'm in New Zealand and I'm okay. So I think at that point I did start to just get a little tired. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It was definitely a lot. So yeah.
What were you guys' daily schedule like? Like, how long were you guys filming? What were the lunch breaks like? Like, how often were y'all eating and going to the restroom? All that stuff. Like, was it pretty decent?
Cycle 14, yeah. Cycle 14 was, I mean, it was long. It was, at first so many girls and, it long. But as the time went on, it became less waiting and, child, when you ask that, all I keep thinking about is Cycle 17. But no complaints about Cycle 14.
About 14.
Yeah, the hours were long though. They were long. Child, tell you. Woo.
Maddie Boy 9895 is asking, can she do her hammer dance?
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see me. Hold on, let me. Child, I feel like I'm gonna embarrass myself. My sister gonna watch.
My
sister gonna watch. She gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, you was giving me secondhand embarrassment." We always be saying that. Let me see. Hold on.
Go off.
Okay. Hold on. I got to, I'm tall, so I got to kind of.
How tall are you?
Well, according to my doctor, I'm 5'11", but I really think I'm closer to 6 feet or 6'1". Because
you that tall?
Oh yeah, I'm tall. Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know what? People keep telling me I'm like 6 feet or 6'1" because everybody that I meet, they always ask me, what are you, like 6'1", 6 feet? I'm like, no, I'm 5'11", like, don't you dare say I'm 6 feet, 5'11". But I may be, maybe my doctor got it wrong. I don't know.
Girl, your cheekbones are slaughtering me. They are just shining through.
It's this highlighter. Okay. It's the highlighter. Okay. All right, here we go, y'all. The hammer dance. Come on. Oh. Hold on, robot.
Hold on. And why you standing up? Hold on. Hold on. Why you standing up?
This light is so bad. I'm so sorry about this.
Girl, we having a great time. Fuck that light. Why you standing up? Maddie Boy 9895 is also asking, can she also do her entering the club walk during toxic?
Club walk. They was all looking at me like I was good and crazy. Like, girl, what is you doing? Okay, so you know when you be in the club, right? And actually, a Dave Chappelle skit is the reason. I feel like was my inspiration as a Dave Chappelle skit.
Okay.
Yes. So, you know, like, hey y'all, hey everyone. But I think that, you know what, the people love it. I gotta give it to them, right?
Were you nervous?
Yeah, and I think that's another thing too. Hell yeah, I was nervous. Yeah, I think like when you're nervous, you kind of do like things that you just think of whatever comes to your mind. And I think that was just like, okay, let me just. Child, Krista was laughing so hard.
She's like, this bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy.
Crazy. Like, what in the world? She's so crazy.
Yes. Were you nervous about your photo? Were you nervous about what were you nervous about?
Oh, that was when I had that child. Let me tell you, that's when I had one of the outfits from the designers.
It was like a lights on it, I think.
Well, yeah. Oh, and let me tell you. So, okay, I wore that because I wanted the judges to see, because it was giving me club vibes too. It was giving me club vibes. So I was like, okay, hey y'all. And I just wanted to make the judges laugh. I did. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was really nervous. I just think I wanted to just make them laugh. And I think I did. So they were like, they hated that dress. They were like, Angelea, what do you have on?
They're like, what are you wearing?
Yeah, what are you wearing? What is that? I was like, oh, I won this from one of the designers. And they were like, oh, okay. Well, it looks nice. now, because they know it was, one of the designers from the Go See, they're like, oh, okay, well, it looks nice.
Right. Wear it for the club, not for panel.
Right, wear it for the club and not for the panel. Right. Like, the designers that come. Child, we can't be. We can't wait a minute. We can't be dissing the designers that come on the show now. Come on now. We changed our mind. We like it. Wear it for the club though.
Alyssa_Mariah saying, hey Angelea, we're so thankful you are doing this for us. Can you tell us about the last panel you were in where the judges claimed you were quote unquote drunk? How did it really happen? Were you tired or having fun?
Wait, when I was drunk? Was that Cycle 14?
I'm assuming they're talking about not the last panel, but this panel where they were like,
I definitely was not drunk. But you know what? That reminds me of what Miss J said on Cycle 17 when we did our carousel runway walk when the Kardashians was there and he was talking to Chloe, I believe, and he was like, "Child, she remind me of my alcoholic aunt." So like I mean, do I act like how a person acts when they're drunk? I don't know. I mean, I'm just me, so I don't know what they was talking about, honey.
Nerdy Gym Rat wants to know, does she still have the dresses she won from the Go See Challenge?
Yes, I do. I still have the dresses. I still have everything. I have all the dresses, and I have from Cycle 17, I have the football all-star when we did the flag football. I have that. The only thing I don't have, and I'm kicking myself because I don't know what happened to it, is I won like a 24K gold-plated crown for Cycle 17 when we were in Greece. And I have no idea what happened to it. I don't know.
Someone got it.
They got me.
Yeah, they got you, girl.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
usually when something just disappears, we don't know what happened to when someone got it.
Yes, don't know.
Starry_Benji is asking, how do you feel about your eliminated photo. Do you think you had a better photo? Do you think the show wanted to get rid of you at this point?
I absolutely think I had a better photo than what they chose. Because it was really blurry. Like I didn't understand.
It was blurry.
It was blurry, and I felt like if it wasn't blurry, I felt like I actually liked the photo though, but I felt like why is it blurry? I feel like that maybe I served my purpose, and they were like, she got to go. You know what? Her time is up. She got to go. Bye.
Damn.
Be gone.
And listening to what you said earlier, it wasn't like you were shocked. Like you kind of knew that you weren't going to make it into the top 2.
Yeah, like even though I cried, you know, because it's like at that time I always expected the worst, you know, because I just felt like good stuff doesn't happen to me. Always expect the bad, blah 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 blah. So I just expect the bad, but still, you know, to not be in the top 2, I was hurt because I'm like, oh man, even though I expected it, I kind of didn't. Like, you know, like I would have been nice to be in the top 2, you know, going against my girl, going against Krista, and, you know, dueling it out. But I got to participate in the runway challenge at the finale, so I was still in the last episode.
How was that?
It was so much fun. I was so happy, and it was actually a relief because I feel like it took the pressure of me having to win, because you know, one of the PAs ended up taking me and Alex to Piha Beach in New Zealand as like a breather, refresher, you know, because you don't want to be cooped up in a hotel when they're still filming, and especially in another country. We want to see, you know, we want to explore. So she took us to Piha Beach, and it's a black sand beach, and we had me and Alex really bonded. We really did. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think we would have bonded. So
wow.
That was actually a really good experience. And I mean, I've never seen a black sand beach in my life. So to be on the other side of the world and to just, you know, be on a beach somewhere else, like on a black sand beach, I was just like, wow, this is gorgeous, beautiful. So yeah.
Yes. Okay. What was your time like while you were eliminated? Because it wasn't a long time you had to be away.
Oh, yeah, no, when me and Alex got the boot, I think we were probably there maybe a few days, maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 4 days, maybe 3, 4, or 5. We weren't there that long, so it wasn't like we were cooped up and just dying to go home. Child, I didn't want to come back to the States. I said, I love New Zealand. I'm trying to stay here. They love me here. I done booked 6 gold seats. Let me move here. Let me move to Auckland and see what's up.
One of the fans wanted to know, did anybody that you booked reach out to you after the show for work? Like, did you get any work from New Zealand?
No. I know, right? No, nobody reached out.
Gary Kelly wants to know, is there any New Zealand tea you would like to spill?
Other than me and Alex, you know, having a grand old time in the hot tub, no. that was pretty much it.
Okay. Sydness 99 is asking, what is your favorite moment on the cutting room floor?
I don't think that I have a favorite from cycle 14. But from cycle 17, of course, them airing the original ending, with me as the winner, obviously. But there was another scene that Tyra actually talked about before they were going to go ahead and change the ending, where she talked about there was a girl at panel and she was saying, roll the tape. Yes, that's another moment that I wish y'all could see. So I hope if y'all out here, y'all can air that as well, because that was so good. So we were.
Wait, what did you just say about roll? Say it all over again.
So we were at panel and some things.
This is 17.
17, yes, and some things were said, and you know, at this point, I was just over it. I was just so over it, and you know, we'll get into who said what at a later time, but I was just so over it, and because you know, when you're at panel, you want them to see your best self. you don't want them to see what your housemates see, right? So, but I was just over it. I'm just like, you know what? She lying. She is lying. Roll the tape. Like I broke the third, what do they call that? The third wall.
The fourth wall.
I broke the fourth wall and was like, y'all, she is lying. Like I'm looking at Ken Mock and everybody on the side. I'm like, can y'all roll the tape? Roll the tape. So when we finished filming and when we went back, not everyone on Cycle, not everyone that was involved in production on Cycle 17 was bad. Let me just say that there, not everyone was bad. But when we were on the plane, someone from production, when I got on the plane, they were like, roll the tape, roll the
tape. Production members are so funny. They are so funny. That's funny.
So you know what? I was excited for that moment because I felt like it was real and it was raw emotion, and it was just some cattiness going on at the panel, and I was just like, you know what? I'm sick of this. Roll the tape. Like, come on. So,
like, oh my God, I want to see this now. When we get off, you gonna tell me who this? Even though I think I have. All right. So Jeffy wants to know: do you feel like you were edited fairly on Cycle 14?
Oh, that's that question. So okay, what I will say about that is, I said and I did what I did. I feel like they could have did it either way because somebody had to play the villain, right? But also I feel like I'm a lovable villain. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was bringing the drama and bringing the tea. It's a reality show. That's what you have to do. But I guess I'm maybe 50-50 on that. I feel like, and I only say that because, I did what I did and I said what I said, and they could have edited me how they could have gave me an edit how they gave Alex or Raina. But everybody has to play a character, but I didn't know that at the time. But that's you all have to play a character when you're on a reality show. But I feel like my edit did hurt me at the end. With trying to get signed to an agency, because closer to the end of the season finale, it was when we were allowed to start going to agencies, right? To see if agencies wanted to pursue us. And Alex had gotten scouted by, I believe it was Wilhelmina, and Raina got scouted by Wilhelmina. And I just thought, oh my God, someone's going to pick me up because I was in the top 4 too. And nobody did. Nobody picked me up. So I was like, dang, it got to be how it was edited. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And so what I later found out from Krista was that her booker at Wilhelmina said that we love Angelea. We love her. We think she's great, but we can't sign her because of how she was portrayed on Top Model, because we can't market her to clients, because clients say they don't watch the show, but that's BS. They do watch the show. So, modeling is all this. They don't want to hear this. So and it was different, 10, 11 years ago than what it is now, with all the social media and social influencing. It was different back then. So he just felt like that I wouldn't have been marketable because of how my edit was on the show. So, that was disheartening, of course. And I was disappointed. And I was just like, made top 4. Like, why is everybody else getting signed but me? Oh my God, this is so bad, but it is what it is.
So were you able to do any type of modeling between 14 and 17?
I did. I had opportunities to do the Richie Rich fashion show, but some of the modeling was not paid, and that was the thing. So it was just basically for clothes, TF, they call it for trade and things like that. So it's like, honey, I was just on this reality show, on this show about modeling. Like, how am I still having to start off at the bottom? How am I not like signed? How am I like booking stuff that I have to do free shows? Like, this is crazy to me, like.
Mm.
So that was very disheartening. But I did get an opportunity, a TV opportunity, to do Made with MTV. And that was such a great opportunity. Shout out to Ben, because Ben over at, well, he was at MMG Model Management Group, but I did eventually get with the agency Model Management Group. But I did sit on their shelf and didn't really get a lot of work. But that was something that Ben got for me, and I went on Made, and I was a coach for Homecoming King and Queen. Child, I've never been Homecoming King and Queen, and I told them that. They were like, "Well, it's okay. You use your experience with modeling and stuff." I said, "Okay." So they put me out to San Antonio, Texas, and I got to coach the high school students there at Earl Warren High School. And it was just an experience I'll never forget, because I feel like even though I wasn't Homecoming King or Queen, I definitely, at least I felt I dropped some knowledge on the kids. And I really, I still actually talk to one of the girls. We follow each other on Instagram. Shout out to Elizabeth, because she's so sweet. And I love her so much. And if you guys get a chance, check it out, the Homecoming episode of Made, and you'll understand a little bit more about Elizabeth and her story. So,
oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And then there was an opportunity that MTV had where they were going to do a show. And my name was floating around. Like, they had contacted Ben and were like, we were thinking about using Angelea to host this show. But someone who was affiliated with that show ended up committing suicide. So, yeah. So that pretty much ended that opportunity. And it was, yeah. So it was heavy. And I was just like, wow, are you serious? Like that. It was heavy. So, yeah.
Okay. I have about 2 more questions for you, Angelea. I'm going to let you go, girl.
Oh, my God. I can't believe we've been talking about 2 hours now, child. Have I been giving the people what they want? Are we still at 1,000?
You giving them. You being here was enough. Okay.
I feel like I'm
asking. What you saying?
I feel like I'm shiny.
Oh, me too. I'm over here shiny. It's okay, girl. We shining. Yeah. All this winning. I really want to know your response to this. Alex Nicole 07 is asking, yes, I cannot wait. Please talk about any racial divide if you felt it at all. Because as a viewer, this cycle was so uncomfortable to watch with the microaggressions being thrown around.
Okay, so when I saw that Alasia did her live and she pointed out some racial stuff, for me, that just wasn't my experience. And it's not to negate and say that she didn't experience that, because, like I said, if she felt that that's what she experienced, then that's what she experienced. But I think that how it looks, because if you remember in the beginning, Alasia was kikiing with Raina and all them. She was kikiing with them, like me and Krista was upstairs posing it out. Like, I was trying to get Alasia to understand where I was coming from, So I think it looks that way on TV, of course, because when I look back at it, it does look that way, that it looks like there's like some racial stuff. But from my perspective as someone that has lived it, I didn't think there was anything. But like I said, I can't discount what Alasia felt. If Alasia felt that there was something there, then I believe her. So, but I didn't experience that. And so Raina, at the time, she was dating someone who was actually Black. So I don't know. I just that didn't give me any racial. But then again, my experience as a lighter skinned woman is different from a chocolate ebony goddess. Okay, and so I can't discount if some things were said to Alasia or Krista or anybody else. I can't discount that, but I wasn't privy to that. So
got you. Fair enough. Okay, my last question my second to last question But this is normally my last question that I ask everybody is, if you were standing before Tyra Banks right now in 2021, what would you say to her?
Hey, girl.
Remember me?
Remember me? I ain't mad no more, girl. We cool. You know what? There's just the Cycle 17 one. You'll understand why I say that. Because just the one thing about it is that so we all have these experiences, and we all go through life, and we have stuff, that trauma, whatever, right? But for me, I've just grown so much, and I just got so much positive stuff going on. I don't want to be putting no negative stuff, and I don't wish bad for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that person to just be like, oh, Tyra, you ain't blah, blah. No, because that's not the vibe I'm on. Like, hey girl, what's up? You gonna air that finale end or what? Can we see? Can we see the roll of tape, and can we see the finale? Come on, they want it. So come on, girl, give it to them.
If Tyra wants to make a nice little piece of change before her latter years become her present, they need to do a top model special where all y'all girls come back, and a part of that special, with me included as hosting it, Tyra, because the people don't want you to host the Tyra. They I like you, girl, but they don't like you. So I'm hosting. But a part of that they need to show that original ending.
Yes, can we just get that? Can we just justice for Angelea? I see that hashtag, and I'll be like, come on now, come on, just air the ending one time for the people, just one time for the people, Ms. Banks. Come on now, just come on. You owe it to the people. Come on, they want to see it, girl.
Guys, do we want to start a social media thing on Twitter and Instagram, Justice for Angelea, for the original airing to be shown? Am I going to get in trouble for that? I don't care. I'm always in trouble. I'm always getting in trouble. Justice for Angelea, tag Tyra and Ken Mark. Oh my God,
they're gonna get you, child.
They're gonna get me. You can't get what's already been got, honey. Catch that. My last question is, and this is the question I ran by Angelea because I wanted to know. This is my one question about Cycle 17. Okay, so there's been so much speculation about what happened to you. There's been speculation that you posted it on Facebook, that you talked about it on Twitter, that you spoiled the ending, that it was about your past, that it was about this. Out of all the things you have heard everybody talk about on lives and the vlogs and the things of all that, what is something that you can say? Oh, the people say you can't talk about Cycle 17 because you sued the people and you got a settlement and now you can't talk about. What is something that you want to put to rest and be like, y'all just stop it?
Okay.
On this part, like y'all just that right there, no.
So the thing that I heard a lot, excuse me, sorry. The thing that I heard a lot was that they took everything from me because it was a secret. I blurted out, I told somebody, and I'm just like, that doesn't sound right. Like, why would I do that? Like, why? Like, I was very mum, like so mum. Like, I didn't tell my family. They did not know. Nobody knew, not even my best friend. Like, I made somebody very upset that like I thought was my friend. And he was very upset because he felt that because he knew some people in the top model house, and he felt like I slighted him and didn't tell him. And it didn't tell him that I was even going in the house or whatever. But it's like, honey, I didn't even tell my best friends. And I tell my best friend at the time everything. Okay. And told my sister everything. And it's just that was ridiculous. That was crazy. I don't want to get too much more into it because
I'm fine.
I feel like that, I mean, it's pretty much out there. Like, I put, the information out there myself, but there's still a lot that people don't know because it's just been, it's been a while, and I haven't really said much about it because I want y'all to buy my book. I'm trying to get authoress under my belt, but no, when the time comes, I will talk about it in depth, and y'all can ask whatever y'all want. no question will be off limits. I'll talk about it freely because it's all going in my book anyway. So I might as well. For a long time, I'm not gonna lie, I was ashamed. I was ashamed to talk about, a lot of what happened to me. But I think just the path that I'm on and just seeing how much love and support I have from people, and it's just like, you know what, my story, it'll help somebody.
Yes.
And I really honestly believe that. Like my story,
Yes.
and I feel like the one thing that I do want to say is that I feel like that the show did miss the mark with how they did everything, because a show like that has such a reach, and you could have just reached so many more people with my story and with how everything played out. So I think they missed the opportunity to really be about what they say that they were about, right? They missed that opportunity, but it's all love.
Listen, y'all, like I said earlier, I've heard, and I would never say it because that's not the type of business I'm in, to be spilling people's teas and stories like that. That's never been me. Listen, the girls have told me some stories, honey, that I'm like, girl, if these people knew that this is what really happened, they would gag. But it is not my story to tell. But what I will say is the little bit that Miss Angelea has decided to share with me, and talks like that, just talking, I was like, oh girl, oh yeah, this is a movie. This just not no, let's just sit down and let me just talk about it. No, girl, this is a movie. Thing.
Come on, Wendy, come holla at me. I want to play myself in a Lifetime movie, honey. Come on, because it's good, honey.
Yes. So, Angelea, oh my gosh, girl, we are done.
I can't believe it. I will be remiss. Let me just say one thing, because I got it on this paper. I talked about a lot of stuff, but let me just say, so another thing y'all may not know, well, y'all don't know, is that one of the stylists on there that was on the Mosh Pit shoot actually styled Aaliyah, was Aaliyah's stylist, and his name is Derek Lee, and Derek Lee was supposed to be in the Bahamas when she shot her Rock the Boat video. But I forgot what the reason was. For some reason, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to blow up spots, but I just think, Derek Lee is so incredible, an incredible stylist, and was supposed to be there. And by the grace of God, he wasn't there. So, and, I met him through another stylist, Joanna, and I must shout her out because I love Miss Joanna. That is my girl. I love her so much. When I went out to LA, she treated me so good. She took us to the Beverly Hills hotel. And I mean, she's just a beautiful soul. And I love her dearly. So I'm all done. Look, I feel like I'm on an award show right now. Let me shout out.
This is your moment, girl. Take your moment. I ain't doing shit. Take your
shout
moment.
Out, and what had happened was, but yeah, that's it. And I just want to say to everyone out there in the internet world, thank you for always holding your world down, and thank you for continuing to be patient for this, because this meeting was honestly, it wasn't really gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen until I got my book already. But y'all better thank that hacker, because child, y'all better thank that hacker and Oliver, because baby, I just was like, okay, when we doing this? So thank y'all so much for just supporting me and for still being interested in what I'm doing after the show, and especially with my journalism. And I got some things coming up with that. I don't want to say what I have coming up with that because I don't want to, block my blessings. I found that when I've prematurely said things, they haven't come to fruition. But just thank y'all. I'm so humbled, and I'm so just blessed that y'all even care. And wear your mask, because it's still a panoramic going on, or whatever Anthony Fauci said. It's still a pandemic, so wear your mask, please.
Angelea, I am so grateful that you
Thank you,
did
Alistair.
this for me, for my friends here on the internet. We love you so much. Guys, I was telling Angelea, I said, Angelea, I don't want you to be nervous. I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to second guess anything because you are the people's champ and they are waiting to hear from you.
Look, I gotta
and you did a fabulous job.
Thank you so much. I hope I gave y'all what y'all wanted. And let me plug this up real quick. I'm sorry before it die. We don't want to. There we go. Okay. I hope I gave y'all what y'all wanted. Okay, the people's champ, the people's top model,
She's
and
the
now
people's champ.
Hello, and the people's journalist now. So come on. So thank you. Just a little pat on the back. Come on. You did this,
well,
girl.
Listen, y'all send Angelea all the love, all the kisses, all the hugs as we wave goodbye to her from giving us a phenomenal ANTM Twixt exclusive live on Cycle 14. And you heard it from her herself. She will be back.
I will be back
when she's ready to talk about Cycle 17. And Angelea, I actually had an idea about how we can talk about Cycle 17, but I'm gonna call you after this and we'll talk about it.
Okay. Listen, I mean, when you get done doing what you're doing, FaceTime your girl so we can, chop it up and do what we do.
Yes, I'm gonna let you go, beautiful.
Okay, thank you so much. I had such a good time. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Oliver. I love you. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Listen, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. The video is already uploaded to my YouTube channel. So once I end it, you bitches can go back and rewatch it. Wherever the time code, Miss Rose, and everybody else who does the timestamps, we need y'all. Because this is a 2 hour and 30-minute chat filled with tea, though. This is filled with tea from this side of the stream to this side of the stream. Filled! I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, all of your energy. Listen, y'all, we over here, girl, we are doing the Lord's work. We are doing the Lord's work. We're being patient. We're being positive. We never had to be nasty. We never had to be rude. We never had to be vindictive. We never had to be cunning. Any of those negative things. I'm proud of y'all. I am proud of us. I'm proud of us. Whatever you want to do in life, just do it. Just do it. Because everybody who said you couldn't, they're still secretly watching you. And with that being said, be sure to parade and Kegel. Bye.